If blockchain can help businesses work better, it should be able to do the same for philanthropy. And if charities can operate more efficiently, they can help more people. Well, that's the belief and hope of one new blockchain startup founder.
Bridget Dorin has founded Charities in the United States and also has the technical skills to work with blockchain. Bringing both of those together, she's creating Traceport to help make charities more accountable.
Donors are not always certain that their money reached their intended recipient and whether that money served the purpose that it was intended.
So when you approach a charity, what is your sort of pitch to them?
Right. So we are offering them the ability to prove their transparency in reporting. In fact, there's a statistic from a recent study that shows that charities that are transparent receive 53% more in donations.
And what does blockchain bring to the table here?
Yes. So blockchain creates an immutable, traceable record. The record that would be on a blockchain so that it's not Traceport that holds this data. It's actually on a blockchain and it's an immutable record.
From the point of view of donors, at the moment, if you give money to a charity, if you make a bank transfer or something, you immediately get an email from them saying it's arrived. So it doesn't seem to me like there's a big problem there.
So you get the receipt, but you don't know what it's for. Right? So the purpose is the piece that's missing. And the record that I'm talking about that we'll be putting on a blockchain, or rather the fingerprint of that record, will also include a proof document. In certain cases, it'll be the receipt. In other cases, it'll be a grant agreement.
Right. So how will you be able to sort of translate actually what the money does into something that goes on the blockchain?
Say, for example, you have 5 programs that you run towards your mission. So programs is a word in the nonprofit sector, and all of the charities have programs, right? Maybe some have 1, maybe some have 20. So there are budget allocations for each of those program areas. So initially, we will work with them to find out those allocations and put percentages on that.
And then what's the business model for Traceport itself?
We have a SaaS tiered pricing model, so based on the budget of the organization, and then we'll have upsells into advanced reporting and other types.
So they're paying a sort of subscription fee.
Right, exactly.
And your pitch to them will be, yes, you're going to have to pay us something, which is money that donors have given you.
Right.
But in the end, you will attract more donors because you will have this accountability.
You got it, exactly. However, I will say that once we move towards the funder side of the equation, perhaps the funders would actually fund the use of Traceport, because the charities often have very low budget.
And you're using the BSV blockchain.
I am.
Are you a sort of complete BSV fan?
I'm absolutely a BSV fan.
Bridget was completing a 12-week incubator program for startups called Block Dojo. Having presented her idea to investors at the final showcase evening, from next Monday, Traceport will have to prove itself in the market.
I hope that this resonates with at least some in the audience and that you'll join me in restoring trust in the charitable sector.